Welcome to MMA Oddsbreaker. I'm Frank Trigg. That, of course, is Pat Berry, the recently retired from MMA Pat Berry. And we were talking about what he's doing lately, and he's been hanging out with a coyote.
I've been hanging out with my apparently pet coyote. That's not going to turn into a Labrador Retriever. It's just not. They lied.
Did they sell it to you and go, look, this is a Labrador Retriever? And you were like, yeah,
this is a golden Labrador Retriever, a yellow one. It's not. That's a coyote. Like they thought what they said, husky Labrador, right? Yeah. A husky lab mix? Nope. That's coyote dingo.
Not to get up in your business, but I'm assuming that's Rose and not somebody else.
Frank, that's terrible. Hold on. Stop. Wait, hold on. Bow. There you are.
Wait, let me move.
Okay, all right. Hey, I don't know, man. You know, you guys change locations, you change places, you do different stuff all the time. I don't know if something happened, you finally kicked his ass out of the house.
He's talking to you. I thought he was talking to me. I wouldn't kick out. He's talking to you.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's
hey, look,
it wasn't fake.
Pat,
yeah, no, man. It's hey,
You're not leaving.
She told me I could come. That's why I'm in Denver. You can come too, and I guess I was like, oh.
Thank you very much.
Packed up everything. So what's the word, man?
I talked to you earlier. I texted you. I go, hey, you good for an interview today? You're like, yeah, I just woke up from a morning workout.
Yes.
So the assumption is that Pat Berry retired from MMA. He's not going to fight anymore, but that's not the truth.
You know what? When we posted that I was retiring from MMA, everybody, like a large portion of people, like, oh my God, you're never going to fight again. Oh my God, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? You going back to school, deliver pizza? What are you doing, man? I just retired from MMA. I retired from wrestling practice. I retired from wearing a gi for a second, just for a little bit. But I retired from MMA for a pinch.
So what, you going to go back to kickboxing, or are you just still trying to figure it out?
Yes, sir. No, I'm absolutely going back to kickboxing.
And is there something already scheduled, or?
Yep, we have March 22nd in Richmond, Virginia. I think it's a WKA match in Richmond, Virginia. But after that, I have my very first Glory debut in May. Check
you out. All grown up and no place to go.
Yeah, you're right. My Glory debut, my Glory debut is what that's what it's called for now in May.
What's the weight class? Is kickboxing the same weight class as MMA?
It's heavyweight, man. This is big boys. I mean, as far as I know, if it's anything from what I recall 7 years ago when I had my last kickboxing match, there's usually two categories. There's like a 156 guys. I think they added like a 185, but it's just heavyweight. I thought it was like 205 plus or something like that. So I'm gonna weigh in at 206 on the dot.
Check you out, losing weight.
If anything, I think I got a half an inch shorter. That's about it.
Yeah, wrestling will do that to you. Make you short.
Yeah, man. No more fireman's carry. Nothing ever again.
Good. You gotta. And that's the biggest problem. A lot of athletes that jump into MMA from different sports, they don't know when to leave and go back to the other sport.
Yeah, I've been having the feeling. I've been having the desire. I mean, the desire to kickbox never went away ever. But I mean, it just it was something that was it was available. All of a sudden, there is an outlet for kickboxing. It's not just going down to Taipei, Taiwan, and fighting on a Thursday, in a bar somewhere with 200 people. Like, it wasn't like having to do that every twice a week, nothing like that. There was an actual outlet for kickboxing where you could become a champion, a world-renowned champ, and make a living.
What's the pay going to be like? Is it equivalent to what you're getting at the UFC? I was playing at the first one, but at Glory?
Well, they're still talking about that because, I mean, when you come into the UFC, I mean, at least myself, I didn't walk in and start out where I'm at now. Like, I know you have to work your way up, which I told my management and everybody. I was like, I'm totally fine with that. I want to put on 10-ounce gloves and not grapple.
So your basic reason for going back to MMA or going back to kickboxing from MMA is you just don't want to wrestle and grapple anymore. So if you got like a Crow Cop type where he's not going to grapple you, he's just going to kickbox you, you'd be okay with that.
In a fight?
Yeah, in an MMA fight.
A Crow Cop fight? The one where he beat me by submission?
Well, no, but I'm saying like the old school Crow Cop, not the guy that's going to submit everybody now. The old guy that just went out there kickbox. You'd be okay with a kickboxing fight if on the 8th MMA rules. Because there's a lot of those guys now at heavyweight aren't going to do anything. They're not going to attack. They're not going to try to take you down. They're not going to try to submit you. They're just going to stand there like the old Crow Cop did in Pride days and just throw as many kicks at your head as he could, which is right up your alley.
That's kind of cool. Like, I like that. I like that aspect of standing. You know what I really like? And this is just me. And I don't know if this was should blame my mom. Maybe it's genetic. I never, ever, ever really got to, in every 5 years of MMA, 5 years of practice, 5 years of fighting, every time the round got to the 3-minute mark, I knew it exactly when that was. 5-minute rounds were always tough, man. Like, I don't know what that was. I just never, I don't know. I could never, ever, ever, like, shake myself from going, yep, that's the 3-minute mark right there. We've got 2 more to go.
And now you say that, what's funny is that when I was still competing in international competition for freestyle wrestling, it was a 5-minute round. It was so when I jumped into MMA full time, we were doing 5-minute rounds. It was normal for me to have a 5-minute round. Like, I didn't really notice the difference. Yeah, I didn't even think about it coming from 3-minute rounds, having to make that 2-minute adjustment.
And it took. I mean, I eventually became accustomed to it, but I never didn't know exactly where 3 minutes was.
You can look up at the clock and know, okay, we got 2 minutes left in this round. You know that was the end of the 3
I
minutes.
can feel it. I'm just not even looking at the clock, just moving around. I could throw the one punch and I could get right to the point where I'm like, yep, that's about 3 minutes. That's the end of it. Yep, I've got 2 more minutes to go. And then everybody from the corner, hey, go ahead, burn out, man. You got 1 minute left. I was like, y'all are liars. Y'all are liars, and I somehow know this.
Yeah, you got a good corner when they're lying to you. Don't worry, just a minute left. Go ahead and fry it. No, I don't.
1 minute, man. Go for it, man. You got to let it go. I'm like, oh no.
Well, how is practicing? Who are you working out with now?
What you going? I'm still out here at Grudge in Denver with Trevor Whitman and Jake Ramos, man. We've got some studly teammates. We've got a slew of boxers out here. But we're just getting back into the groove of things, man. Punching and kicking, because it's totally different when it is in MMA versus in kickboxing. It just completely is. Like in MMA, for myself, like for not wanting to go to the ground or hit the ground and get tackled, because that's exhausting and it hurts, and it was just totally out of my element. You turn more into a sniper. You don't let off so many combinations and move around and like stand your ground to a certain extent. Like you just don't. So it's different. The training's it's been ridiculous, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're gonna get acclimated to the weather in like 5 days." I've been out here for a long time. It's not happening.
Nope. It's cold. It's a dry cold because Denver's high up. It's technically a mountain desert.
Yeah,
it's cold.
Dry cold to where you wake up. Hey man, I woke up like 2 days ago and sneezed and got a nosebleed.
You get up and things just break.
Oh no, it's cancer. We gotta go. I didn't know what was going on, man. It's still got a crack in the inside of my for nothing.
Yeah, I don't miss the cold at all from the East Coast. That's why I keep moving further and further west. I'm actually in LA right now, and I'm been out here for a week. It'll be 10 days before I go back to Vegas, and I do not miss the cold at all. Anywhere. I'm so happy to be in some warmth.
And it's strange cold out here because it's cold, and then all of a sudden it was 60 degrees for like 3 weeks. Every day 60 degrees, and the next thing you know, it's like boom, we're at 0 with a foot of snow outside.
But Denver is one of the top. I think it might be the #1 city in America, but it's top 5 for sure cities in America to raise a family. So
this place is beautiful.
Let's talk about you and Rose. Is there going to be a family anytime soon besides the coyote?
Yeah, there it is, right there. You lazy. She don't never wash the dishes. But, I'm sorry.
It's the sunniest place here. It's 300 days of sun, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And they weren't joking.
So we got to get some solar panels.
Look at her all grown up and want to be granola E.
What?
Look at you want to be granola E. Want solar panels. You guys going to drive an electric car now? And
we've got a mixture of nuts and chocolates and whatnot. That's coming, man, eventually. Because guess what?
Hey, know what? Wait, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oops.
But you know what's been my dream? You know how like in kindergarten they always ask you like, what do you want to be when you grow up? So everybody else was like, I'm going to be the president. I want to be an astronaut, blah, 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 this and that. But I said, I want to be a farmer.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, you're in the spot then. I mean, there's some spaces out there. I'm little thing out there, found little holes, and yeah.
We have a compost bin.
What the heck? You are at home, Rose.
Yeah.
Wow. I never would have thought that.
I know.
I'm kind of weird, so.
Not at all weird. You found your space.
That's coming eventually. Hey, man, aren't you excited about this? 10-ounce gloves, punches and kicks, a ridiculous high knockout percentage. Like, isn't this exciting?
I'm sad that you're not going to MMA anymore. I loved you in MMA. I loved your personality. I loved the way you came out there and hit guys in the head with those little 5-ounce gloves on. And if you just tagged them just a little bit, they'd fall down. I love that about you. I'm not excited about you being back in kickboxing again because I didn't know you in kickboxing.
She's in MMA now, so I'm still going to be around. The personality will be there. I just won't be punching anybody.
You'll still be spitting water on your corner and running around and talking to the crowd whenever she starts submitting somebody and yelling at everybody else around. I know you'll still be doing that for her, but...
Nope, I stopped that too. I'm going to just sit down and be cool. I'm not saying nothing.
Shut up. You are not. You're a liar.
Or a thick mustache and a little, like, tammy to the side.
You're a liar. Oh, my God. You see that? Oh, my God. You see that? Slow down, Pat. Slow down. No, I am sad you're not going to be in MMA anymore because I liked you as a competitor. I liked it. I didn't know you when you were kickboxing. I didn't get a chance to hang out with you when you were kickboxing. So it's a new world for me. So now I got to find out, do I like that person in kickboxing? And I want to see those big-ass legs do some damage, and you can't do as much damage in kickboxing because that's all they're going to expect you to do is kick. In MMA, they're expecting you to try to take them down at some point, and you kick them, and you go, the whole body shakes out from underneath them.
Hey man, I would like to think that maybe the guys I fought never expected me to take them down at all.
No, they were thinking about it there for a minute. They're like, well, at some point he's going to have to shoot.
He's going to, eventually it's going to have to happen. But the big guys that I am fighting who are accustomed to getting punched and kicked, they don't necessarily mean that they've been accustomed to getting punched and kicked from me. Maybe I throw kicks from different angles. I mean, I don't know. The first time I ever sparred with Rose, she threw a right leg high kick, and somehow I got hit in my right ear, and I fell to my left. And if you could figure that one out ever in the world.
We talked about this before. It's love at first kick. She kicked you right in the head. You woke up like, I'm marrying this girl.
I started coaching jiu-jitsu, man. I was like, all right, everybody, grab that X choke and you rip it. That's not supposed to happen, man. But and that was supposed to be my thing, getting punched and kicked. And I felt that I knew it. No, man, I couldn't. Some people just do it different, man.
Well, Pat, thanks for coming on MMA Oddsbreaker. I can't wait to see you. Punch and kick again. I'm definitely going to be watching for sure.
That's going to be cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not done fighting, that's for sure. I'm glad things are going well for you.
Any more info about it, like maybe exact dates or times or anything like that, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Definitely hit me up as soon as you know what's going on. And once you get that the contract signed, I want to know off camera what they're actually paying you.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what that money's like over there.
Yeah, you're right, man. I'll let you know.
All right, Pat. We'll talk to you later, bud.
Later.